right, I guess we can start off, and we'll have students coming in the meantime, but we can, I believe, start off. Let's make a slow start. Yeah. So hi, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the pre-departure session of UWE Bristol. This is mainly aimed at all the students who are planning to go for the September intake. So there are a lot of things here, a lot of information here, which is going to be very useful for you, because I know that most of you students must be in a situation where you are either ready to go or you are in the process of, getting things sorted, your CAS, your visa, everything sorted before you travel to UK. So there are a lot of things, a lot of questions that you have in your mind. You all must be wondering where to go, whom to ask. So this is the best place for you to get a lot of information and get a lot of things, a lot of your doubts sorted out. So let me just get quickly into what we are going to cover today. So today we're going to have a little bit about the university, some update about university, a little bit of update about the current situation in UK. What would you like to bring and what you can pack and take with you? The airport pickup and arrival situation, what are the options that we offer? What you do on arrival and how do you register? So that is one of the main questions that the students always have. And with that, we do have a Q&A session as well at the end of it. In between, if any of you have any doubts, you can either put it in the Q&A section of the Zoom meeting, or you can put it in the chat box. And well, most of your answers will be covered in this. Whatever is left, we will cover it at the end of the session. All right, so one of the main things that we have at the moment is the lockdown situation. Now, everybody has this question mark. What is the situation of the lockdown in the UK currently? Well, UK has, it does have a lot of relaxations. There is no particular lockdown, as you say, in UK, but yes, they do have containment areas, which at the moment are mostly concentrated in the north of London. And as you know, UWE Bristol, we are based in the southwest. So it doesn't affect us as much at the moment, but relaxation doesn't mean that you can be totally relaxed. Life is not back to normal yet. There are a lot of things that you as students need to take care of even now. Okay, so the social distancing is definitely in place. Face masks have been made mandatory now, not only in in public areas, but in the university at certain levels also face mask is going to be compulsory. Shops, cinemas, of course, a lot of things are open in UK, but a lot of restrictions of gatherings, number of people coming together, all that is still there. Airports are open, airlines are flying. There are a lot of options for you all to choose from to travel to UK. Okay, lot of information on travel and self-isolation. So India, Nepal, and Sri Lanka are three of the countries among a long list of countries which have self-isolation as a mandate. It is compulsory for students traveling from these three countries who reach UK to self-isolate themselves for 14 days, and only then they are allowed to come out and do whatever they have to. All right. So I'll give you a little more detail about that as we move on. The UWE update, well, we have started the courses now with the Block 0, which is online. The login and password for this has been sent to the students on their mail IDs, but please note the login password will be only for students who have received their CAS. Students who are yet to receive the CAS, once you get the CAS, you will get your login password. So don't be pressurized, don't be worried that you're missing out on the Block 0. Well, Block 0 is mostly about orientation. So there is not really much that you will be missing there. And whatever you miss, we will have recorded sessions at the end of it. So you can just go through those and you can catch up on what you missed. All right. Where the university is concerned in regard to this pandemic situation, The larger lectures that we had, where, you know, we have like, you know, 200, 300 students together, that might be made partly online when you go there to the university, but the rest of the things will happen face to face. So our aim is this, that we try to give maximum face to face, you know, fields to the student who travel from here. The campus life, well, campus is going on in a fantastic way, very safe, a lot of precautions being taken. We have the Students' Union who are very, very active out there, and everything has been taken care of with regard to the accommodation of the students. So if you have booked your accommodation on the campus, then you will be taken there, you will be self-isolated, you will be helped with, you know, food supplies and everything. So I will be giving details of that later on in this presentation as well. On our main campus, we also have a health center. So if any of you get this feel, you know, in your isolation period that you're not feeling well, you have some weird symptoms, then you can just walk up to the health center or give them a call, let them know, and they will guide you on what has to be done. All right. So that is already there on our main campus. For the students who will not be staying on the campus, who have looked out for accommodations outside campus, there are various health centers across Bristol. So all that information is just a phone call away for you, and you will know exactly what and how to do. Before arriving in the UK, there are a few important information that you need to share. That's the pre-departure information, like your health, your airport pickup, your accommodation details. All these things need to be shared. And there are various ways in which you can share it. Everything is online, don't worry. So I'll be explaining that as well. So a little bit about what documents you need to carry in your hand luggage. Now, when it comes to documents, definitely they are very important for you, very important documents. So there must be some, you know, all your academic documents and all those things, which are very important. So please put all your important documents in your hand luggage. Please refrain from putting them in the check-in baggage. It's always safer to keep them with you, right? So things like your academic documents, everything, you know, your academic, your certificates, your IELTS certificate, everything that you have. If you have done the UWE English placement test, please keep a record of that as well, a printout of that as well. Your BRP letter, which you might have got by mail, so that also you have to keep. Your passport, your CAS letter, your original offer letter, that is your unconditional letter. So many of you might be having different unconditional letters where you have changed the intake or you've changed the course. So please take the latest unconditional. The previous one is not required. Keep the latest unconditional letter with you. Your travel tickets. If you have any prescription or medication that you need to take on a regular basis, please keep the prescription of the doctor handy. Your £3,000 deposit that you've paid, you can keep a copy of that receipt with you. Your UK address details. Now, initially, I mean, before the pandemic period, these things were not that mandatory, but now it is mandatory to have your address handy, and you have to provide the detail, right? So that has to be shown and declared and given at the airport before you leave the UK airport. You will need 6 passport size photos. Please keep some currency in British pounds with you, because it's only after the self-isolation that you will be able to open a bank account in UK. So till then, you should have a little bit of British pounds in cash, hard cash with you, so that if you need, you know, to spend there, of course you need to eat. So you need to buy food, you need to order food. So for all that, you will need the money. Okay. You can also alternatively have a bank credit or a travel card. But mind you, travel cards don't work everywhere. So it's always better to have some currency, some cash with you as well. If you have received any scholarship from us, please keep that letter as well. The evidence of your funding, that is your bank statement, or the final bank statements that you had shared with us for your CAS is what you have to keep in hand. Okay. The details of your registration and subject student orientation sessions. So registration is going to be a pre-registration, which is online. So once you do that, you will get a confirmation of that. Take a print of that. Your student orientation sessions, there's going to be a timetable. Once you log in, do your pre-registration, you will get a timetable. So take a print out of that timetable as well and keep it with you. Okay, so these are a few things that you need to keep in your hand luggage. Do not worry, all this information will be shared with you even via mail. So you will get a mail to keep as a ready reckoner when you have to collect all these things and pack your hand luggage. Okay, few more things that you can pack before you travel. If you have a laptop, you can take your laptop with you. Your converters, your chargers, whatever. A windbreaker. So it's not exactly a jacket which holds the cold, but because it's very windy in UK, people normally wear a windbreaker. Don't worry if you don't have one, you can get one when you reach UK. So that's absolutely fine. All right. If you have contact lenses, then lenses, your glasses, everything. Face masks, yes, you need to keep them. So please keep face masks. Please keep some disposable gloves as well with you. So, immediately when you go, these are a few things that you will need. So please keep all of these things with you. Okay. Again, sufficient money in cash or travel card. Keep enough money which covers at least 3 weeks of your living expense. Okay. Because 14 days it's going to take for you to finish the isolation. So that's 2 weeks. And your third week will be the process of the bank opening, the account opening. So that is why you will need about 3 weeks of living expense cash in your hand. So please keep that much cash with you, and please take care of the money as well. Of course, you would love to have photos of your family. That's absolutely fine. Hand sanitizers. It is recommended that you keep hand sanitizers. The quantity that you can take with you will depend on the respective airlines. So you can just, when you book your ticket, you will get all this information of how much hand sanitizer you can carry. Okay, so some permit 50 ml, some say 100 ml, it all depends. Okay. Please do not bring any valuables, like something in gold or diamonds. So please refrain from taking anything like that. And if you really need to take it, then please make sure that it is in your hand luggage and not in your checked baggage. Okay. Please check your maximum luggage allowance as per the airline that you've booked on. Try not to exceed it because the excess baggage charges are really high. So try to fit into that, and it'll be really so much more easier for you, right? Of course, there are certain goods which are banned and restricted by all the airlines. So for that, we have this link here. We will be sharing all these links with you via mail. So you can refer to them and you can accordingly plan your packing and your luggage. In your check-in baggage, you can pack some warm clothes. Well, you guys will be traveling now, I believe, maybe somewhere in October. By November end, it starts becoming quite cold in UK, and by December, it is kind of snowing. So, you can pack some warm clothes if you would like, maybe just one piece or something, and the rest you can pick it up from Bristol or from London itself once you reach there. So you don't really need to pack up too many warm clothes, yeah. But if you have this thing that you can't bear the cold too much, then yes, you can take a couple of warm clothes with you. Yeah? Waterproof jacket, umbrella, yes, these kind of things you do need because UK, the entire UK has this thing of the weather being very uncertain. It will be sunny for like half an hour, and the next half an hour it will be raining. So it's very unpredictable. So that is how the weather goes. And so that's why people do keep the waterproof jackets and the umbrellas. Of course, again, initial 14 days of your self-isolation, you will not need all this. You will be in the room or house or wherever you book. So it's after that you need this. So if you don't want to, pack all this in your check-in luggage, you can just go there and go ahead and just buy one jacket and umbrella for yourself. Yeah. Basic toiletries, which you will need for the first few days, so that you need to keep with you. Your prescription medicines, please keep a little bit of stock with you, because you need to figure out where you'll get them there once your isolation is done. Again, to reiterate, please keep sufficient money with you in cash, which equals to approximately 3-week living expense. So the things that you need to do before you fly, okay? So yeah, I know this is a lot of information and it's kind of boring also, but it's nice if you can just get a grasp of the whole picture, and then we will be sharing all this links and things with you so that you can go ahead and do the process, yeah? So before you fly, you need to do an online registration. Okay, so this is something like an online pre-registration that we do now. So this will come to you after your CAS has been issued. After your CAS gets issued, you will receive a mail with a new username and password. Okay, that will give you access to your My UWE portal. All right, that is where you do your online pre-registration, and once that is done, you will also get access to the block 0 through that portal itself. Okay, so the whole timetable will be on that. The access for the block 0 will also be on that. Okay, there's something called the well-being module. Now this is something that we need to take care of your well-being. So it'll be really nice if you can fill up this also. Again, it's online, so just a little bit of information about you, and it'll be very useful for the student union and the groups to take care of you. Yeah. Now we have the free airport welcome service. So this is transfer from London Heathrow Airport to Bristol. Okay. Excuse me. I believe most of you must be traveling to London Heathrow Airport itself. Yeah. So most, in fact, all of you, I guess, will be traveling to Heathrow. So we do have the free airport welcome service there. The days and the times I will tell you. Before that, you can register. Once you book your flight, you can just register on this link that is given here. All right. So on this link, you just put in your flight details, and we can book you on one of the airport transfers which matches your flight arrival time. All right. So you'll be booked, and you will get the details of the pickup, the bus, wherever it's and where it will be and things like that. So you will get booked for the free airport welcome service. Now this will take you to Bristol. It will take you to Frenchay campus, and if you have booked some accommodation which is outside the campus, we will make sure that you are dropped off there. Okay. Full details of the airport welcome service and everything are updated on this link here that we have, the second link here. Okay. So all the details are there on that. Again, please let me reiterate, we will be sharing all these links with you at the end after this session. So you will receive a mail from us where you will have quick access to all these links. So you can just, quickly get everything sorted. Now, these are the airport pickup dates and the times. These are the dates where we have fixed, and in a day we have 3 pickup times. So that's at 8:30 in the morning, 11:30 in the morning, and 2:30 p.m. in the afternoon. So these are the arrival times that we have set up for now. Okay. Again, transportation to the university. First thing, of course, we do have our free airport welcome service. So once you register, once you put your your arrival details on the link that is being shared, then we can, match up and let you know which bus will be easier for you. Yeah. The only question comes if you're arriving at Heathrow outside of the dates which have been mentioned in the previous list. Okay. So other than that, if you're arriving, unfortunately, we do not have any other options, and you will be required to take the public transport. Yeah. So the public transport, there are a lot of options. It's a very convenient system. Please do not worry. National Express, Mega Bus, the National Rail, or taxi. So these are the different options that you can take. All right. So you can check with your travel provider about booking these things, and it will be so much more easier for you. Okay. More information if you need of how to travel from London or Bristol Airport to the UWE campus, there's another link there which you can click and you'll get the information. Again, let me reiterate, all this information is there on our website even today. Okay, so all you have, as you can see here, there's a picture. This is of our website. So when you say airport welcome, you get all the information there. So everything is there on the website. You might find it difficult to, browse around and search where it is. So for that reason, we will be sharing all these links with you. So, life kind of becomes a little more easier. Now, other options that you can take to travel from Heathrow Airport to the campus. The National Express is there. That's the National Express bus. They have something called, they have a £5 discount or something. Yeah. So when you're a new student, you can take advantage of this discounted ticket and you can get this discount. So again, there is a link there which you can register on and you can get this discount. All right. If you're going to travel independently, you can apply for a £20 refund also. Again, details of this refund procedure are there and we have the link for that as well. So everything will be shared with you. You can go through it and you can do it accordingly. Okay. Now, one thing you need to note here is the National Express coaches do not stop at the university campus. All right. So they will be going to the Bristol bus station, which is in the city center. And our campus is about 20 to 25 minutes away from the city center. Okay. So if you prefer to take something which will take you directly to UWE campus, then this is a bit of a difficult option because you'll have to again travel from the city center to the campus. So the best option would be the Mega Bus. This is the best option because this has a stop at our campus itself. All right. So the coaches depart from London Heathrow Airport every 2 hours. Okay. So they start from the Heathrow Central Bus Station and they go to UWE Frenchay campus. So there is a stop there. You can directly get down at the campus. And then from there, you can either come into the campus or go on wherever you have to stay. All right. So this is the thing. This is mainly for Heathrow. If any of you are arriving at the Bristol International Airport, then there's a different link for the more information to travel from there. Okay. I don't believe any of you will be traveling to Bristol Airport because from India or Nepal or Sri Lanka, there are no flights directly to Bristol. So you first need to go to Heathrow and then it's like via Heathrow to Bristol. So you might as well get off at Heathrow and just travel. So much more better because there are a lot of options to move into the city from Heathrow Airport. Few things that you need to do when you, upon arrival. Again, as you can see here, this is the website page. Arriving and living in the UK. So what you need to do. So everything is given step by step. Okay. So the first thing is you can either just go onto this page and read all the details about it. There's also the Students Union link, which you can click and that will give you a lot of other information as well. Again, you need to do your online pre-registration. Okay. Your ID card will be sent to your UK address by post. So once you pre-register and once you reach there, your ID card will be sent to you. Okay. So please make sure that you update your address wherever you are staying in your My UWE login. Okay. Go on to your My UWE portal and put your address there. Then for your personal registration, that is face-to-face registration, that can be done only after 14 days. Okay, so don't sweat it out. It's absolutely fine. You have to complete your isolation and then you can go to the welcome hub at the campus and physically register yourself with taking your visa and your passport along with you. Okay, so the physical registration has to be done only after your self-isolation. Now, a little bit about the self-isolation. Well, why I'm insisting on this is, let me tell you a small incident that happened last, I think 3-4 days back. 3 of our students have already reached there, and they are supposed to be in self-isolation, and they were found wandering near the campus. Please, 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 all you students, please be careful that while you are in self-isolation in that 14 days period, do not get out of the, the place where you are staying. The government is very, very strict about this. If you are caught and it is found that you are, roaming around in the self-isolation period, the fine is up to £10,000. Yes, you heard me right. The fine can be up to £10,000. So don't lose that money. It's not worth it. Just self-isolate for 14 days. And there are a lot of things that you need to do in these 14 days, pre-registration, your block 0, a lot of things to do. So do all that. Enjoy the company that you have. And after 14 days, you will be ready to come out and do the rest of the things. All right. Now, a little bit about the self-isolation again. If you're traveling from UK, then you need to self-isolate, as I said. There are a list of countries which come under this mandatory self-isolation system. And well, I can tell you India, Nepal, and Sri Lanka are part of this list. So, of course, this list keeps changing, I guess, every 3-4 days. But as of today, these 3 countries are included in this list. So it is mandatory for all our students who travel to self-isolate for 14 days. Okay. So basically, again, self-isolation means you do not leave the accommodation where you are staying in. Do not leave the room. Do not leave the house, whatever it is. Just stay there, be there, and leave only after 14 days. Okay. Again, provided you're feeling absolutely fine. Okay. Now, the food, you all must be thinking, so now we are self-isolated. What do we do about the food? How do we eat? So for eating, if you're staying on the campus, then we have the Student Food Boxes webpage. Again, another link there. So that again can be used, to it's like a click and collect boxes. So they're ready food boxes that you can access. Okay, this is for students who stay on the campus. So food can be delivered to them at the room, or they can get these packed boxes. There is another option of shopping online, and you can arrange for food deliveries. So the supermarkets which are available in UK is Tesco, Sainsbury's, Ocado, Iceland, and Asda. So it is these that supply all the necessities and everything online. Well, I'm sure all of you must be by now used to shopping online, because that's what's been happening maximum all over the world now. So you must be having the hang of it, how to order, what to do. Yeah. So you just have to order your basic stuff online and get that sorted. Other than, these things have timings. So it's from morning 7 to evening 7. All right. So in that time, they will deliver it to you. In case you need support outside these timings, before 7 or after 7 p.m. in the evening, there are other support, groups which will help you out with that. Again, information of that is also available. Again, please look after yourselves while you are in self-isolation. Okay. And any doubt you have, please feel free to ask us or the student union or anyone. Okay. No question that you have in your head is big or small. Your well-being is the most important thing for us, as a university. So please feel free to ask anything and anytime, any doubts that you have. If you feel unwell, well, of course, in case you reach there, you don't feel very good, you're not feeling very comfortable, and it's not really of an emergency. It's just that maybe, the change of weather is affecting you or something. All you have to do is just contact NHS 111, or you can just go online at 111.nhs.uk and you can just or you can just call NHS 111 and they will come and attend to you. Absolutely no issues. Excuse me. Again, we have health centers on the campus and around Bristol City, which you can approach if you feel unwell. So the contact of the health center, the health centers around Bristol, everything will be available to you. So you can just give them a call, and you can just call NHS and they will also provide you all the health center details. So that's absolutely fine. Now, a little bit of information about what Block 0 is going to look like. Okay, so these are some of the events that have been planned for the 3 weeks. This is the student orientation sessions, and it will be accessible to you, like I said, once you have your My UWE IDs. Okay, so week 1, week 2, and week 3, we have the 3 weeks here. So like I said, it has already started on 22nd September, but please don't worry. Everything is being recorded. So at the end of it, whenever you log on, if you have missed any of these sessions, you can just go back and look at, the recordings. So that's absolutely fine. Now, some of the things that you need to do upon arrival. Now, please remember some of these things you need to do after your self-isolation. Like I said, do not wander out in your self-isolation period. Please remember the £10,000 fine. Yeah. So once you remember that, you will know that, okay, you don't have to get out, right? So please don't do any such things. Your BRP will be at the university or the post office collection point, whichever you have mentioned when you applied for visa. It will be there. Once your self-isolation is done, you may go and collect it from there. Okay. So don't be in a rush that, oh my God, I have to collect my BRP. No. If there is going to be a delay in you collecting the BRP, for example, BRP, once it reaches the location, the collection point, it will stay there for a month. For 1 month, your BRP will be there. Okay. And if your isolation goes beyond that period, and only then you can go and collect it, there is an option on the BRP website to just inform them that there will be a delay in you picking it up. So they will let it be at that place for that much time more. All right. So everything is there online. You don't need to panic that, oh, I have to go and collect my BRP. If it goes back, what do I do? No, there's nothing to worry. Everything is available. All the options are there. Okay. Registering with the police. Well, Indian, Nepalese and Sri Lankan students, I believe, do not have this option. This is only for some visa holders. It's not for everyone. So it's only for certain students, not for everyone. You need to register with the doctor, of course. Again, the link is there. So you can just register with the doctor, with any of the healthcare personnel near the campus or near the place where you're going to stay. Opening of the bank account, again, after 14 days, please. How to do it, what to do, everything is there. The bank letter request form is also there. So you can do all that, get that processed. And at any point, as long as everything is online, it's fine. If it comes to a point where you have to go to the bank, then please make sure that you visit them only after your self-isolation is done. Well, we do have a lot of social events being organized by the Student Union and this Global Student Support Team. But yes, again, you all can attend that only after your isolation is done. So once you're clear of your isolation and you feel fine, please feel free to walk up to the university and get all your things sorted. And you can definitely attend any of the events that are happening there. Okay, now to just summarize everything that we've done and a few things that you need to do. You should aim to arrive at one of our allocated airport pickup dates. So try to book your flights in such a way that you land the day we have the airport pickup arranged. Okay, it can be 1 or 2 hours this side, that side. So you can just wait at the airport. Of course, even getting out of the airport is taking longer nowadays because they take a lot of information from you. So it will take time to sort that out and come out. So preferably try to book your flights in such a way that you come or land UK on the day we have the airport pickups. It's just this simple. You can actually take the mega bus if you don't land on those days, but it's always better that, you know, you come with our pickup, so it's like you're taken care of better. Yeah. Now, your well-being and of course your experience when you arrive in UK is of the it's very important to us. So please make sure that you take care of yourselves and let us also take care of you. Okay. So there will be a lot of information coming over the weeks on the email ID that you have provided to the university. Now, please remember, till date, I'm pretty sure 90% of you must be coming through agents. You must be having agents handling your applications and your process, okay? So they must be having access to your email address. Please take that access from them and make sure that you have the login password, because all the information, once you leave India, the agent is not going to be able to contact you to give the information, okay? And information will keep coming in because the scenario changes every day. You know, you see wherever you are staying in India or Nepal or Sri Lanka, the scenario changes every day. So if there is any sudden change or anything, emails will be sent to you and you should be aware of it. Okay, so please make sure that you have access to that email address as well. Your agent can have it, there's absolutely no problem, but you need to have it. Please do not depend on someone else. It's up to you to take care of yourselves once you go there. Very important. So you should have access to this email address. Okay. Now, some of the lectures, like we said, might be online, but those will be the bulk lectures. But we will try to, our aim is to make sure that you have maximum face-to-face teaching as well. And you get the feel of the campuses once you reach there, okay? So it's just that some of the large lectures, we might be forced to do it online. Well, we don't know how the situation changes. So if things go for the better, we might not have that online as well. So let's keep our fingers crossed, okay? And yes, we will be sending you a mail with all this information, with all the links there. So there will be absolutely no problem. You don't need to get confused. Another question that most of you must be having is that you already have a portal login and password. Yeah, the UWE portal, your welcome portal that you have, where you get all the, you know, your unconditional letter, your CAS letter, all that. Now, My UWE is different from that. Okay, so your My UWE portal comes into picture after you get your CAS. That login and password is going to be different, and that is where you will get your pre-registration, your timetable, and access to the block 0. Okay. Other than that, all the information will be sent to you via mail. So like I said, please keep access to your mail with you. Please have some cash when you go to UK. So that again is one of the most important things. If any time at any point you have any doubts, please feel free to mail to international@uwe.ac.uk, or you can also mail us here in India at south.asia@uwe.ac.uk. Right? So I guess this is it. These are all the details that I have for you today. And yes, we hope to see you all soon then. Now I'm ready for all your questions. I believe, yes, there are quite a few.
Hi, Ranjita. Yeah, there are very good number of questions today. And
Okay.
yeah, all the questions were related with self-isolations and all, because I think students are quite confused with these isolation things.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there were many questions related with self-isolation. Can they stay in the self-isolation for only at the time, you know, the 14 days at university, and then they can shift to their normal accommodation? So there was also another questions related. Just let me go through the question. Okay. Also about the documents that the students want, I mean, they have to take with their. So if you can just clear with, make sure that the, if you can just tell the students what are the important documents that they should bring with them while they are traveling.
Yes, so that of course we did have a slide on at that time, and I will show it again so that it becomes easier for the students. Yeah, so these are the documents that you will need when you you travel to the university. Like I had said, you will need all your academic transcripts. Okay, so please keep your 10th, 12th, your degree if you have done a master's, your final transcripts, your certificates, everything handy. If you've done any of the secure English language test, whether it's IELTS, PTE, TOEFL, anything, that copy. If you've done the UWE's English placement test, the result of that is also on your respective welcome portals, so you can take a printout of that also. Okay. Your BRP letter will be there. That's the letter that comes in your mail stating that your BRP has been dispatched to so-and-so place. That's your BRP number, and it has been dispatched to so-and-so place. That is the post office that you give at that time. Okay. So that letter copy you have to keep. Of course, your passport. If you have a previous passport, please keep your previous passport also with you. So even though it's cancelled, it's always better to keep the old passport also. Okay. Your CAS letter, your CAS, that is the confirmation of acceptance of studies that we've given you. Your original and your final unconditional offer letter from UWE. Okay, your unconditional letter from UWE of the course that you're actually going to study. Okay, because some of you might have two unconditionals where you change the course, you change the intake, all that. Okay, so please take the one which is final and which is relevant for you, which you're going to study. So that unconditional letter, your travel tickets, um, your prescriptions of medicines if you're taking anything. Okay, any sort of medicine, whether it's an allergy or any allergy pills that you take, or some other medication that you're continuously on, please make sure that you have the prescription of the doctor. Okay, because no medicines are allowed like that, so you will need the prescription. Okay, the £3,000 that you've paid, the receipt of that, so please keep that also. The address where you're going to stay in UK. So that address details you'll need, 6 passport size photos, your currency in British pounds. Okay, like we said, approximately 3 weeks of tuition of maintenance. So that roundabout comes to, you can say, about £3,600. That's the roundabout that you have, kind of. Yeah, that would be more than enough actually. Then you can keep the bank credit and travel card. If additional, just keep a travel card with you so that in case you incur any sudden expense. Scholarship letter if you have anything. All the funding documents that you have, okay, your bank statement and everything, the updated, that is the documents that you submitted when you applied for visa. Those are your final documents, final funding documents. Please keep that. Do not keep anything different from what you did at your visa time. Okay. Details of your registration, that is the online pre-registration that you've done, and the timetable also. Everything will be there on your My UWE portal, so you can just take copies and keep everything handy. So these are the documents. Okay. So we will share this list also in the mail, so it becomes easier for students to remember what they have to carry.
Yeah, thank you, Ranjita. I hope the information was very clear. And yeah, Ranjita, there was quite a few questions with regarding the times of the travel. Some of the students have doubts about their time that they are traveling on the same date that the university are provided. it doesn't I mean, I think it doesn't matter like what time you are traveling. I think these 3 times will cover all your travel time. If your flight is around 8:30, I mean, if it's landing around 8:30 a.m., then you can you will be out by 11:30, so you will be in that 11:30 a.m. Time. So yeah, most of the students are also confused about the timing.
Yeah. So what's actually going to happen now is, like I said, at the airport, there are a lot of procedures in place. And because of the social distancing, everything is taking time. So it's a little bit of a slow process. So even if they land like 8:30 in the morning, by the time they get out of the airport, it will be somewhere around 10 a.m. Okay. So they just have to wait for some more time and they can take the 11:30 a.m. bus, which is there. So that would not be a problem.
Yeah, because of the social distancing thing, airport immigration are also taking quite a long time to do all the checks and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, there was I mean, as there was already in the slides, the funds that the student need to carry for 3 weeks, they just need to carry it for 3 weeks. So that was also another questions that the students are getting
Yeah,
confused.
approximately that much. I mean, you won't need more than that. So for safety's sake, if you want, you can just take maybe a credit card or a bank travel card,
Mm.
you know. So at any time later after that, if they want more money, they can just use that. But other than that, the cash that they have will suffice for them.
Okay, yeah, that the documents was also clear, and the health test. I mean, yeah, the students are confused with the health test. If they are tested, I mean, if they tested negative, then also they have to stay in 14 days self isolation. So
Yes. Yes. So there is, you know, even if you have tested from here and you take the negative report with you, still the isolation is mandatory. So it really doesn't matter whether you've taken the test, whether you're negative or what. The self-isolation has to be done. It is a mandate.
yeah, but while traveling from your country, it depends upon the country government rules and everything. But please check with your country governments, because if they some of the country, I mean, if in Nepal, I think the students are not allowed to travel if they do not have the PCR negative test.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, in India, I don't believe they have that system. So anywhere you travel from India, you don't need a PCR report, so that's fine. So if they, well, now again, like I said, the rules change every day. Okay, so it's always better that before the students travel, it's better that a day or so before they just take a look at what the latest rules are, and then they proceed accordingly.
Yeah, and many of the students are confused with this self-isolation address. I mean, they want to stay in their friends or family place for 14 days, and they want to move in other accommodation. Yes, I think they can do that, but they need to mention that address, particular address, while filling the form in immigration, right, Ranjita?
Yes, yes, they will have to mention exactly the address where they are going to stay. One thing they need to be careful about is if they're going to stay at some relative's house or something, um, you know, it's like more like similar to India, the entire house will go into isolation for 14 days. Yeah, they are a bit strict about that out there. So they have to think on those terms. So I do believe some of the students are even keeping this as an option. They book a hotel and they go and stay in that room for 14 days. Some of the students are even doing that. So that is also another option if you want. So book a hotel, stay for 14 days, finish your isolation, and then you can start looking for your other stay options.
Yeah, and there is very interesting question about one student. He's
Mhm.
asking, is there any internet facility while they are in self-isolation? Yes, of course, you will be provided internet access while you are in 14 days self-isolation. And
Yes. So what happens is, you know, like I said, if they stay in a hotel, yes, they have it, no doubt. Okay. If they stay in, if they already book a private accommodation, most of these accommodations, they come with the package of internet. So they have like 11-month contracts, and the contract includes so and so, so and so. So that mostly the internet is included. So they will have that. So of course, internet accessibility is so much more easier there in UK.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, I think most of the questions have been answered. Yeah, but if there is any questions left, then you can also email at our India um, email address, so we'll be able to answer. And yeah, as Ranjita said, there will be the email going on to all the students about the links, so that it will be easier for students to go through the links. Yeah, so Ranjita, yeah, if there is anything else from your side to tell at the last time for the students, then yeah, please.
Well, there's nothing much. It's just that I know that this is a very uncertain time. Things are happening. It's not normal. So nothing is normal. Nobody's normal. Nobody's life is normal now. So in this new normal, we also need to start living in a new way. So don't worry. Don't get upset. We are there to help you out at every point. So just follow the instructions and do it that way, and things will be so much more easier. Right? So you can get in touch with our international team, with the student union, and write to them, mail to them. You can call them as well. If you have issues there, you can even get in touch with us here, right? So we have our mail IDs. We respective all our the managers here. That's me, Mukesh. We have Jancy there. So all of us are there. If anytime you need anything, you can just mail us, or you can just drop a mail on south.asia@uwe.ac.uk for any of the concerns that you have. Yeah. So just relax, take it easy. Yeah, things are a bit haywire, a bit, you will feel a little out of place once you go there, especially with the self-isolation and all that. But just think it as if you're, self-isolating kind of, you've traveled somewhere within India or within Nepal or within Sri Lanka, and you have to isolate. So just take it that way. Don't get worked up about it. Don't worry, because if you worry, your parents worry. So it's better not to. Yeah. So take it easy. Everything will be fine. Yeah. Anyone having any more questions, Mukesh? Any doubts?
Yeah, I think all the questions have been covered, Ranjita. Yeah, but yeah, if there's any questions, if there's any doubts after this session ends, then also they can email us. We'll be
Yes.
happily answering all their questions. So
right. So as we said, we will be sharing all these links, all this information via mail to them also. So they have something which they can, refer immediately and get things sorted. So if they have any doubts at that time, yes, they can definitely mail us, and we will be more than happy to help everyone out.
yeah, perfect.
Okay. So take care, everyone. And yeah, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fun time at UWE with your studies, please. And yeah, enjoy your stay in UK. So all the best to all of you, and take care.